Ralph, first of all, we'll get on to what your role will entail in a few moments, but good to be back where you know really well.
Yeah, really good actually. It was, and it's all come about quite fortuitously. I was speaking with Ken over lunch about 2 or 3 weeks ago, a long-standing lunch appointment that we never quite got round to, and I'd just finished a stint with the FA that a couple of days before, and we had lunch, and yeah, it was a good chat. It reminded me of how warmly I feel towards the club. Yeah.
And not just a club, but a place, a stadium that we're sat in now that you're also very familiar with.
Very familiar with it, yeah, certainly. I think I did 10 years here in total, 5 with the club, 5 with the stadium. In fact, when I came over this morning, I could always come over Home Moss, and there's a place right on the top of Home Moss that I used to sit and think about the puzzle that lay ahead, and I did it again this morning as I came over, so it just reminded me of all that past. It absolutely did.
You touched on there the puzzle that lays ahead. Now you're back with us here at the Giants in your role. That will be looking after the stadium strategy and beyond. For the fans watching this, for rugby league supporters watching this, what actually does that role entail for you? What does the next 3 months look like?
Well, Ken has a lot in his Giants and Stadia portfolio at this moment in time. As you've just alluded to the fact, clearly I've been involved in rugby league a long time in my life, but also I had quite a fair stint in Stadia development. I was a lead consultant on a few Stadia around the place. So Ken kind of wants me to help shape all of that, and certainly help, give Richard a hand here as well, and just hopefully bring the club and that stadium strategy, which are all interlinked, of course, to a good place over the next 2 or 3 months. So quite wide ranging. There's a lot on the table though. So and clearly it's a critical point in the club's history as well. So there's a lot to do in a short space of time.
And it's day one for you today. We've seen you've had a walk around the stadium and a little bit of catch up with Richard Thewlis. What sort of, without giving too much away for people watching, what sort of them initial conversations been like between you, Richard, and obviously Ken Davey?
Well, lots of it is about me catching up with exactly where the club is on different issues. Certainly about what we want to achieve going forward. I think it's a good time for a good news story for this club, and I think there are plenty to tell. We need to get our ducks in line in various parts of what the club does, and certainly as far as the stadium goes as well. But nevertheless, I think it's a very well supported club as far as Ken and his colleagues go. I think it's got a big future. We just need to tweak some things in order to get it to a good place, and I'm certainly here to try and help that happen.
And we obviously put in the press release announcing your arrival that you will be building the future of Huddersfield Giants, or at least trying to shape that.
Yes.
What does that look like? What does success for these next 3 months look like to you, Ralph?
Well, I think success for these 3 months is that we put a plan together that tells us where we want to go and in what timescale, and the steps are in place and how we're going to get there. So that's what we need to lay out. I don't want to drop that on at the end of the 3 months, though. Basically, I want to drop it on pretty quickly and get started with it pretty quickly. So, I am, for those that don't know me very well, I've got a lot of energy. I'm a bad man to slow down, and I'm here to make an impact. So, success is that this club is buzzing when I'm leaving. That's what success is.
You say that you've got a lot of energy, but you've got a lot of expertise and a lot of contacts that you'll be able to call upon during this 3 month project with the Giants.
I'm here to help, and I've certainly got lots of friends within the game that I've already contacted, and I know they're going to give me some support in some of the things that I want to try and do. And as you say, I've got some networks that lie outside of the game that I've managed to develop over the last couple of years in particular that may be useful as well. So, look, we need to get the club bouncing. We don't want to be sitting in 11th. We don't want to be uncertain about what the future is. We want to know exactly where we want to go and how we're going to get there. And we want to get the fans properly engaged and the commercial sponsors properly engaged and have some good stories to tell. So let's get on with it.
And just lastly, since you were CEO of this club, you've been awarded an OBE. Congratulations, firstly. I know it was 2024, but just tell us a little bit more about that to sort of round us off. What's life been like since being an OBE?
Well, life doesn't change actually. Look, you get to put some initials at the end of your name if you care to do it. look, I think there are far more people out there that are more deserving than me for an OBE. It was a tremendous honour. There's no two ways about it. But I'm always one for looking forward. It's something that perhaps actually reflect more upon as I get further down my career. But I'm not done yet, and that isn't the OBE isn't an end of a career. It's I've got a lot to do yet, and this is a part of it. So OBE is fantastic, but let's get on with what we've got to do.